Creating an immersive experience could be complicated, and finding the right technology to not only tell a story, but be able to make sure that your kids are safe or your pets can be challenging.
It can.
But your technology is really transforming the way that people really view 360 cameras. Tell us a little bit about your camera.
Well, one of the things we wanted to focus on the most was a daily use product. A lot of the products that are on the market today are battery operated. They're meant for an action sports market, a one-time event. Ours is on 24/7. It's plugged in. It records 24/7, 365 days of the year, and we give free cloud storage with it. So it's an everyday use, it's an everyday experience. It's not just an event-driven object like most are.
Right. And one of the things that I noticed even in the setup here is that you have different ways of utilizing the camera. Like it's like, sometimes it can be difficult to mount whatever, but you have the way that you sort of integrate it into for the purpose is genius.
Yeah, we wanted it to be for everybody. So we didn't want it just to be for the action adventure, the adrenaline junkie. So the product is great as a home surveillance camera. Our background of 20 years is in pure security. So the fact that it's always on, it's an excellent nanny cam, a pet cam, a baby monitor. It's always seeing it immersive, so there's no more blind spots. And then we've added some fun social things, sharing it with Facebook Live, YouTube Live 360 share, so that it can be more of an event-driven camera as well as security. So really, we wanted it to be multifaceted rather than one use.
Yeah, and one of the things that I come back to, even with the full immersive, is that you now have different types of mediums that you can put this in.
You do.
I was talking to someone earlier today about education. When you're going to travel to, let's say, Rome, you want to learn about the Colosseum. Now it's actually 360 around you.
Right.
Or you want to tell a testimonial or whatever.
100%.
Now it's like that story is now is changed.
Well, because most of the time, if you travel and you bring a camera abroad, like you said, Rome. When you're photographing, the field of view is what it is. But in essence, all the beauty is happening around you, not just in front of you.
Right.
So I think that's really important, that we capture everything and everything. And the greatest moments in life are not scripted. So I think the beauty is that it's always recording. For instance, you're never going to be ready for your child's first step. You're not going to be ready when your dog does something really funny.
Right.
But the beauty is you are with the ALLie because it's capturing it, it's archiving it to the cloud, and at any time, not only can you download it from a security perspective, but it's a fun way to share your emotional connection with where you are.
Right. I have a 3.5-year-old, and at times he just goes in different directions. With this, you have to worry about taking your camera quickly to the side or up and down. It's like you already got that immersive.
Not only that, but if you think of child cameras, baby monitors, there's still field of view of a maximum of 120 degrees.
Yeah.
Now, if that baby moves over out of his bed to play in a crib, how do you see him on a standard camera? And that's regardless of which camera product you're using. So with ours, it means nothing of where the subject is in the shot. As long as you have the camera on, you have the entire shot.
Where can people find more about your company?
You can go to ALLie.com, ALLiecamera.com, ICRealTech.com, and it'll explain it all in depth. We've also just had a really neat relationship with YouTube and Facebook, where they both endorsed us as one of the cameras of choice for immersive viewing. And as of now, we are the only camera able to stream live on YouTube, as we're doing right now.
Yeah, so I was watching the camera and seeing how the latency between how you can basically create that synergy between YouTube and your camera.
Sure.
So what is there any, do you find any latency between the two?
Latency will be there in minimal seconds. It's hard to delete that.
Right.
But we've narrowed it down to about a 2 to 3 second delay max, and that's really, really good when you're thinking about dewarping, stitching a video together, and then automatically sharing it with the world. To have a 2-second delay is really good.
Nice.
Even broadcast cameras, they have a 2 to 3 second delay.
Right. And so what's the cost of the camera?
$4.99.
In this marketplace, that's actually very affordable.
And if you think of it, think of Dropcam, that they charge a lower price, but they charge you for their storage. Our storage is included.
which is very important. A lot of times, like, you don't realize the after cost.
More than the initial cost, and that's not the case with us because it's all included.
So how did this all get started?
You know, our background is security for over 2 decades. We wanted a camera in the security world that did general observation and missed nothing. As we were doing it was the time that 360 was coming about on the consumer level. So we thought, why not take this amazing product, this great technology, and migrate it down to a product that everyone can own.
Yeah. And as a video journalist, I find this very exciting because now, even when I'm talking to you, by the 360 camera, now while you're talking, they can actually see where we are.
You're being live streamed right now on YouTube live.
Right there. No, so, but it's like so many different types of possibilities.
100%.
And it's exciting.
No limitations.
Yeah. Exactly. What's your hope in, I guess, in the 360 world? Like, where do you see it going?
I think it's going to become mainstream because it's the general progression of optics. If you look at anything, let's just use a Betamax turned to VHS, a VHS turned to DVD, a DVD turned to Blu-ray. It's the acceleration of quality resolution. Look at photography in general. It hasn't changed in 50 years in reference to the field of view. And I think the best thing is you see the monsters of the industry embracing it. The Facebooks, the YouTubes, Oculus, VR. It's really not a buzz anymore, it's mainstream. So I think this camera is going to play very well into the future of video itself.